Hello everybody, my name is X Factor, and as promised, here is some Pew Pew gameplay from Final Stand in the CTE. Most of you guys know that the DMRs have been shown some love, but I'm not a big DMR user. This could be some of the most awkward footage you've probably ever seen on this channel. These have been buffed for the most part. Damage has been reduced in CTE in general, and soon to be vanilla Battlefield 4, because that damage reduction is going to be rolling through in the fall patch update that is coming to vanilla. But they've adjusted, I believe, the velocity, and the DMRs still do a heck of a lot of damage. And I kind of threw the 4-time optic on here, so you're going to see me struggling with that because it's a different sensitivity than the coyote. And obviously the field of view is a little bit different as well, and it gets me trouble in close quarters where I could have probably hit multiple targets and gone from one to another, but I'm still trying to feel out where these bullets are exactly going and landing, because it's very hard to tell. As that guy's doing the DMR shimmy shake, the anti-pew pew dance, which usually works, but again, they've gassed up the velocity just a little bit. So you're going to see me kind of struggle with this as we're going through the progression of defending this Hammerhead rush. And here's an example of me trying to bait this guy out, dropping the med bag, and then I'm going to make my move. And I am playing medic with that. I'm actually playing the combat medic, which I run in CTE because I really love getting that built up and then having a split-second 100 bomb that I can hit somebody with a revive. And strafing with the DMR is really, really bad when aiming down sight. It's also really, really rough with the hip fire, and that's something that I'm going to be getting used to. And I kept this in here because I made a video a long time ago. Somebody quick switches me with the G36 about how strong the G36 was and how it's the best gun in the game. It's actually not that bad in CTE. I'm pretty sure it's seen some love. So it's something that's actually decent in Battlefield 4 vanilla right now because it shoots laser beams across the map, but it's simply not the greatest. So this is where I think I might be running the Coyote site if I decide to go into the dark depths of becoming a DMR user. I think this is something that I can get used to because I get kind of warmed up used to this. But if I go to the Coyote optic, it's going to give me my field of view, it's going to give me my zoom level that I prefer, and mostly my sensitivity. So no longer will there be a struggle of flicking this optic around and trying to acquire my target. It's just going to kill. And this is the definition of the pew pew, as I think he was going to knife me. That is horrible. And that's because of the reduced sensitivity of the 4-time optic compared to something like the Coyote, the red dot, or, of course, the Cobra optic. So I talked about this before in the video that I did. The defenders kind of have this thing where they don't get forced to spawn back. I think it's a glitch, and of course the DICE developers are going to fix that, where if I'm a defender, our MCOMs are lost, I can spawn on a teammate that's way upfield and just get my back rage on. Does that really help you all that much? I don't know. Depends on how many people you can wipe out of power positions that might be setting up near the MCOMs. And you'll see some of that as this round kind of progresses, as I still kind of linger back in these crates. They get this MCOM set, but there's a couple times where I played defense in another round with the M416 where post them getting those MCOMs, I could just linger around. And of course, slow and steady is what pays the bills with the DMR. If you've got your shot set, take your time, try to get that headshot because it does a ton of damage. And of course, not strafing even when under fire. Don't have a lot of cover, so I'm just trying to get those shots on point without spamming, because if you spam, you're definitely going to miss. But the DMR isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It felt extremely awkward to me at first, but it's something I warmed up to. Long lanes preferred, that medium encounters preferred, things that just, that range where the assault rifles don't shoot laser beams even if somebody's tap firing or burst firing properly, because the thing that really hurts DMRs and bolt actions is that flinch when you're getting hit. That initial target acquisition kind of goes to shit as I get the kill trade, and this guy's confused as I shoot him in the old cankle. He didn't understand that he has to be crouched walking for me not to be able to do that. And this is where it gets dirty. This is my favorite set of MCOMs right now on this map because of how crazy it gets. And that's a spawn-in double headshot more than likely, unless the first one might have been a chest shot. So here's a little back rage with the DMR. Is that possible? And you can see I'm slowly getting used to this optic and how it's a little bit more lethargic and slower when it's taking the input from my mouse hand, basically. And here you see me, I have my defib powered up, and listen to that zap. As quick as you hear that pop, that's coming to vanilla as well. You're at 100%, and you can give somebody the 100 bomb. And right here, hip firing's okay. But anything beyond, as we have a DMR off and I lose, anything beyond about 10 or 15 feet, the hip fire is really, really rough. And going ADS saved my bacon right there. If it was stuck with the hip fire, I would have died a horrible death. And right there, if you have your time, get that headshot every time. The 4-time scope isn't bad, But I really think that I can make the coyote work because this thing seems to have the velocity jacked up quite a bit compared to what they were. That means you don't have to put as much lead. And I'm trying to work on this guy, see where he's going to pop, but there's more than one target back there. So you don't have to worry about the lead as much, and I think the coyote optic will really help me out. The question is, do you guys want to see more DMR gameplay as I kill somebody trying to revive? Or the question is, was this so awkward? Do you want this to be all on my channel? As I drop one more section of the pew, 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 pew. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And that was a legit 50 bomb with the DMR. We'll see you guys soon.